Hey guys, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me this morning, just going through my morning. I wanted to just bring you along for a little bit before we actually got started. Bryant and I are now on our way to Duke University. I'm going to have a COVID test, and they wanted me to go all the way there, which is an hour and a half away, to get a COVID test because I do have a procedure on Monday. But anyway, we're going to do that. And then when we get home, Judah and Levi are spending the night with Bubbles and Papa. And so my hope and desire is when we get home, we're going to make homemade pizza from the crust and everything. So I wanted to bring you along a little bit this morning just in case we didn't get the pizza made. That way I would have something to add a little something to on a video. But my hope is when we get home from this appointment, we can get started on homemade pizza. And then when Judah gets there, we can actually like put together the pizza. But I do have to run to the store first. But we'll see you when we get home. Okay guys, I'm back from my appointment. And guess who else is here? Judah. Say hello. Hello. Passy's in his mouth. Levi's in there asleep, so we're getting our night started. And so forgive if you hear any little chatter, if you hear he's playing in the water right now in the kitchen sink, and that's just what Bubbles, I would have never let my kid just play. No, I'd let him help me wash dishes, but I just never let him play in the water. But I do, Judah. So we're going to get started on this pizza dough. So, without further ado, let's get started. I did want to kind of dedicate this to Heather over at the Needy Homesteader. This is her pizza dough recipe. Many of you know her husband and her two children were involved in a car accident with a drunk driver. Her husband lost his life, and she was seriously injured. Her two kids were seriously injured. And so I just kind of wanted to do one of her recipes. So this is her dough recipe. So let's get started. Okay guys, so let's get started. We're going in with 1.5 cups of hot water. Well, warm water, not really hot water. Warm water. I'm going in with a tablespoon of sugar. And a tablespoon of instant yeast. And I don't really top it off, or level it off. I just scoop and go. Oh, also if you see a little doggy running around, they also have me keep their little doggy while they're gone. What, Judah bud? Okay, we're going to let that sit just for a minute. Instant yeast doesn't have to sit long, but I do like to at least make sure it's okay and see bubbles before I put the flour in. So we're going to let this sit for just a second. Okay, guys, I got a little one in there stirring, so I'm going to get to going, and I may have to run check. So we're going to go in with 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. This is a 1/2 cup scoop, so I'll go in 6 times with this. Here's 1. 1/2. 2. 1/2. 3. Okay, I'm going to leave the flour out because we may have to add more, and that's totally fine and expected. Alright, so we're going to go in with a tablespoon of garlic. Maybe not quite a tablespoon. We're going to go in with a tablespoon or less. Oops. Nope, supper's not ready. Not ready. I'm going to go in with a little bit less than a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. There we go. And I am going to go in with a teaspoon and a half of salt. This little scoop here is a teaspoon. I measured it. Somebody gave this to me and I love it and I'm going to use it. I'm going to make that one. There we go. Okay, guys. We're going to turn this on. We're going to get it down in here. We're going to lock it. I'm going to turn it to number 2. And we are just going to let it mix until it comes together. I'm going to go check on Levi and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so this is way liquidy. So we're going to, I wonder if Heather's recipe was right. So we're going to go in. I'm going in with another whole half. No, it's not ready yet, buddy. You got to help me make it. So here we go. That was another half. And we're just going to let it work. And we'll see what it needs at this point. Looks like it's starting to come together like a dough ball. But we'll know more. It's still liquidy down at the bottom. So I'm going to actually go ahead and add about 1/4 of a cup. And y'all, if you don't like the banging on the side, I'm sorry. You're fixing to get some banging because Judah's at his drums. I hear him. Okay, see how it came together, then it loosened back up down at the bottom? So we're going back in with just another little bit. We're just going to give a sprinkle at a time. And we're just going to let it come together. I've cut my oven off. I didn't mean to let it get as warm as I did. Alright, did you see it come together? But now, let me stop it for just a minute so you can see what it's doing. You can see it just kind of laid back down on the bottom. So we're going to turn that back to 2. And we're going to add more flour. I can't tell if that's a 2. Let's go up one more to a 2. There we go. And once it starts picking up the extra dough is when you'll know that it's ready. Alright, I think it needs a little bit more, but it's almost there, y'all. In fact, I'm just going to, oh wait. I'm just going to scoop just a little by my fingers. And that is ready. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. And just let it knead. We'll be back as soon as it's 5 minutes is up. Okay, guys, it is ready for us to take over here to the my granite slab that I worked my bread on. And see how I'm touching it? And I mean, well, a little bit came off, but not a lot. I mean, it's going to have a little stickiness to it, especially if I'm reaching in and grabbing it, but for the most part, it came right off. All right, let's go over here and we'll scoop it out. Okay, guys, so I have put a little bit of flour out here. I'm just going to use my dough scraper to flop it out. Love this thing. Everybody needs a dough scraper. I mean, my bowl is pretty much clean. And y'all, I put way too much garlic. It was a teaspoon of garlic. And I put like 2.5. So I'm just going to flour my hands a little bit. Let me take my rings off. Just a second. I've already got them dirty. Well, hello, plastic bag. And I wiped that. All right, so I'm just going to work this a little bit. I did add a little bit of flour because the dough was not, it had a little bit of stickiness to it. But if there's no stickiness to it, don't add any flour. But I'm just going to add a little bit and knead it just a little bit. It doesn't need much kneading at all. As you can see, it has come together. Gorgeous. Look at that. Let's see if we get any bounce back when I indent it. Yep. Beautiful bounce back. It's okay, guys. I am going to put it in a ball, kind of get it over here into a ball. Yeah, there's that bounce back I was wanting to see. Sorry, I know I'm wiggling you guys, and I don't mean to. All right, I'm gonna get just a little bit of olive oil. And I just use this because I don't need to mess up another bowl. All right, I'm gonna put it in upside down, spin it around, flip it over. There we go. And I'm gonna cover it, set it in a warm place, and we're gonna let it rise for about 30 minutes. I had my oven on, so I don't think I'm gonna stick it in there. My oven's just too warm, but I'm gonna sit it on top of my oven and let it rise for about 30 or so minutes. And we'll be back in just a second. I'm going to clean up while you're gone. Okay, guys, we've got our dough. It's ready. But before we do anything with our dough, what I want to do is let me get some spray real quick. I've already put up, there's a little bit of garlic left from last night's garlic bread. And I'm just going to leave that on there because it's pizza, for goodness sake. Okay, so to my spray, I'm going to sprinkle some cornmeal down on here. Yellow would probably be prettier, but this is white, I think. So, all right, so let's move that out of the way. And before I do anything else, I'm also going to sprinkle, just to give it a little flavor on the bottom, I'm going to sprinkle some salt on that cornmeal. There we go. Okay, and look what I'm getting to use tonight. One of my sweet viewers made this. Her husband made this, and I'm so excited. And this is really the first time I'm getting to use it. I think I played with it one night, but this is the first time I'm really getting to use it. All right, so we're getting our pizza dough out. And another reason I have my pan laying right here is so, whoopsie, is so I can judge the size. You know, I kind of want to have an eyeball of the size. So.
I want to make one.
Huh?
I want to make one.
Wait, we're not quite ready to make the pizza yet. So let me get the dough rolled out and then we will. Deal?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Don't stick your hand in that. Don't stick your hand in that.
The pizzas.
Don't put your hands in that.
Okay. All right. Love my rolling pin.
Judah does not listen, does he, Mom?
No, he doesn't.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna, if you can get his hands clean for me, that would be lovely.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Let's wash your hands. Come on. We're gonna wash your hands.
Y'all, my dough didn't move over quite as pretty as I'd hoped, so we're just gonna do it by hand. I didn't quite think that through. I had a little helper up here. So we're just going to manipulate it by hand. And that's okay. That gives it a good rustic look. And if I have to, I'll just pull it out and we'll redo it.
That's going to be okay. Try your hands up. Wait. No. Get in. Get in. Go to Bubbles. Say, I'm ready, Bubbles.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm working the dough. Hold, give me just a minute to get the dough ready.
Come here. Come here. Come over here, Judah.
I want it to be kind of even as I can get it. There's a little thin area over here, so I'm going to pull some of this dough that's, here's another thin area.
It's all
So I'm ready to make pizza. And I'm going to give this pizza a lip. Yep, this is just like Heather did on the Needy Homesteader. So we're just going to give this a good lip. And I've got a little thin spot down. Oh. Whoopsie.
The camera went crazy.
Oh, you want to help with that? Well, let's work with the other stuff in just a minute, okay? Yeah, help me flatten it out. Can you help me flatten it out? Oh, he's tasting it. Y'all, we're going to eat this pizza. It's okay. Little hands don't understand, so nobody's going to eat this but me, Judah, and Papa, right?
Exactly right.
And I'll eat after my sweet boy. All right, let me get right there. I've got to work this dough. Daddy, are you okay if it's got some thin areas?
Yes, it's okay.
Judah, it's going to have really thin areas because he keeps eating the dough. He keeps pinching it and eating it.
Judah, is it good? Really, really
good?
tasty?
Really, really tasty? All right, don't eat it yet. We got to cook it first. All right, let Bubbles do the dough part, okay? Thank you.
So you're going to cook the crust first?
No, we're fixing to put stuff on it.
Okay. What do I need to get?
The sauce and that purple spoon right there.
Judah, quit doing that, buddy.
I have a feeling this weekend we're going to hear, Judah, stop. Judah, no. Judah, stop.
You ready?
Don't yet. And don't go all with it. Yeah, we'll see.
That's ketchup.
Nope, this is pizza sauce.
That's ketchup, he says.
It looks like ketchup. All right, and you just spread it with that.
I want to eat it.
Oh, let me get the cheese out.
Say get the cheese.
Get the cheese.
Say get the cheese. Bubbles get the cheese.
Bubbles, get the cheese.
I'm getting the cheese. Don't anybody see my dirty refrigerator? You want some?
All right, how are we going to do this, baby doll?
All right, well, I need the cheese open.
We'll pepperonis first.
No, cheese first.
Cheese is last.
No, we'll put more cheese as the glue, but we want a good layer
did you
of
ever
cheese.
work at the pizza shop like I did?
No, you didn't work at no pizza shop.
Mama mia.
And look, this is something I'm going to have to keep on hand for a snack. Because I have a little boy named Judabug that says, some more. Some more. No, you can eat those.
All right. Sprinkle of cheese on it?
A lot of cheese. I'm going to actually put a little more sauce in here.
Tell me when you're ready for the cheese.
Go ahead.
This is mozzarella.
Go heavy, heavy, heavy.
Hang on, girl. I'm working my Italian magic. Huh? What do you think, Judah? Hey, how's that?
Get some more there and more here down here. Down here's.
Quit rocking the chair, baby.
Yeah, you're
please.
hitting the camera. Judah, Papa said no. You don't want to get in trouble on camera, do you? Stop. Uh-oh, we made Judah get down. and he's not happy. He's at that age where it's a battle of the wheels. Now y'all stay tuned to the end, because we're going to talk about children. And we're just going to put lots of pepperoni on here. And I'll bring you back in just a second. Maybe Jude will feel more like coming and helping us. Okay, Jude has decided he wanted to come back, and he's going to eat the pepperoni off the uncooked pizza. So I'm replacing as he's eating.
I told you one pack was in.
Yep. Well, we have one for a snack now.
Yep.
Can you finish filling that up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what side do you want the, like a royal feast on?
On this end.
This end?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on this end, once he finishes putting pepperoni, we're going to add a few little green peppers. Judah's going to give us y'all a show. I'm just going to sprinkle some green peppers on here.
Like those.
Yeah.
Is that pepperoni?
How far up do you want me to go?
Here, don't eat them off the pizza.
How far you want me to go up?
How many? Are you going to do like 3 sections?
Yeah, you want me to do 3 sections or just 2?
3.
3. Okay, so right here's a good section,
That's a
right?
good section. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So green peppers. Now let me explain why I've got paper towels here, because I have under this paper towel, I have all my other condiments, and you want those dry. The last time I did pineapple, I didn't dry it, and it kind of gave a wet area around the pineapple, so it wasn't that great.
Right, so what goes where?
You want to do banana peppers here?
That's fine.
Tell me, I don't know what you want where.
I
told him we'd replace it. Let him eat one and we'll replace it.
Okay. You want mushroom on this end?
Yep. And
on this end down here?
No, right here. That's kind of the plain end down there.
Okay.
I'm going to do banana pepper through 2 parts of it. How's that?
Awesome.
Right. So this is green peppers, banana peppers, mushrooms, and pepperoni.
And we're going to add some bacon.
Did you tell them these mushrooms were already...
You want pineapple on yours?
Did you tell them they was already...
I'm sorry.
Cut and
yes,
drained?
I bought the pineapple tidbits. And we're going to put them down here too. We're going to make this like a royal feast. We have a pizza shop around here that you can get something that's got just about everything on it, and it's called a royal feast. So we're making this one a royal feast, sort of.
What's this?
One thing missing is
Right,
black olives.
What those?
Okay. Hang on. Papa, will you open the pepperoni? We need to replace a little bit. No.
Quick. All right, tell them don't eat no more.
Oh, don't eat. Okay, no more. Ask Papa for one if you want one. Okay, guys, we're going to add just on this royal feast end that I'm referring to as the royal feast, we're going to add some bacon bits. I have just a few left over from something else I used them in.
There you go, buddy.
I've got my oven preheating to 500. Okay, and we're just going to leave his plain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
More cheese?
More cheese, and let me get some Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning is a must. You gonna put that on top of the cheese?
Yep.
All right.
And we're putting another, this is going to be that just holds everything on so it don't slide off.
What I do is I just work my hand back and forth, my thumb into my hand, the palm of my hand, so it just kind of evenly just covers the pizza right there. I don't know about y'all, but that looks delicious.
It looks wonderful, and it smells even better.
Right.
All right, I'm going to sprinkle on some Italian seasoning. Now, I've already got some Italian seasoning in the crust.
Hop down here for a minute, buddy.
This is our cooking with Judah, so you don't know what you're going to get.
You never know. Just pay no attention to that pepperoni he chewed up and spit out, okay?
No, he didn't. Oh, did he really? Did he put it back on here?
Oh, I got it.
Oh. Like I said, we're eating this pizza. Okay. As soon as my oven gets to 500, it's going in, and I'll bring you back when it comes out. Okay, guys. Well, there is my piece of pizza. There is Bryant's piece of pizza. And there is Judabug's. I would show you the entire pizza, but one side got a little bit brown. We'll stop here. The further you go that way, the browner it gets. I don't know. Something must be off with my oven. I'm not sure. But anyway, these slices look delicious. And we're going to call Bryant in and let him come give it a taste.
All right, everybody, take a look right here at this. Man, that right there is heavenly. Look at all those toppings. Perfection right there. So, anyway, I can tell you now the dough is perfect. I have nibbled already over here on this other piece.
He's been nibbling off the whole pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the cheese. One thing missing is the black olives.
Yeah.
When we go to
I didn't have any.
When we go to the little pizza joint here in town, we get black olives on too. But look, this right here, the Italian dressing on top.
Seasoning.
The Italian seasoning, yes, seasoning. Gives it just a little bit of a flavor. It's really, really, really good. You got to try this at home with your kids, your grandkids. This is an easy, yes, you can go to Little Caesars and get a pizza for $5, okay?
But you miss all the fun.
But this isn't about saving money. This is about making memories, enjoying yourself.
Let me see that crust right there. Hold it up.
Well, the crust, look, it's just perfect. The one thing you don't want to do is just don't burn your pizza.
Yeah. I think something's wrong with my oven.
Look, show them.
Do I need to show them? I wasn't going to show
A
them.
burnt sacrifice. No,
Yeah, really.
It's not that bad. It's
It
really
looks
good.
worse than it is.
Yeah, it's really good. It looks worse than what it is.
It's really not that bad. The camera makes it look worse.
So,
But I get a thumbs up from Bryant.
yes, this is good. This is a got to redo right here. The flavor is phenomenal.
There, I was waiting on it.
But listen, be sure on your mushrooms and your pineapple.
Yeah, those were canned mushrooms.
Canned mushrooms. They're not fresh. They're canned.
Fresh would be great.
Be sure you drain them.
And dry them.
And dry them. Put them on paper towel, dry them ahead of time. If not, your dough will be soggy.
And that to get good pizza sauce. That pizza sauce was a little watery, I thought. Did you think?
I
No?
thought it was good.
Okay. All right, maybe not.
But get a good pizza sauce.
Yep. Okay, guys, I'm going to go in there. Judah is dying for his pizza, so we're going to go in and we're going to eat this delicious pizza. I'm so excited. It turned out so good. Look, he's still
Really
eating.
good.
And y'all stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because we got a quick scripture I want to read you and a few thoughts from me. So stay tuned. Good morning, guys. I hope you're doing great. Levi says good morning. Levi says good morning. So, you know, I had my grandbabies this weekend. And I thought it was a good time to... I'm still in my nightgown. And they're still in their jammies. Actually, Levi is in Judah's jammies. He can wear Judah's jammies. Okay. So, yesterday, things with the pizza didn't go as planned. My dough didn't transfer over to the pan like I'd planned, but it worked out. And Judah decided to chew up a pepperoni and lay it beside. Thank goodness he didn't lay it back on the pizza, but he laid it beside. And these were things I was nervous about trying to avoid. But with children, you just never know what's going to happen. And yesterday just did not go as planned. Judah was live wire, wasn't you, buddy? Were you a live wire? Yeah. I told him to be quiet. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, the child took all my foam eggs off my Easter tree and took a bite out of all of them. And yeah, yesterday was just crazy. Many things got spilt, and this little punchkin, that's a word that puts pumpkin and munchkin together. This little munchkin wiggled all night, and I guess because I'm not used to having baby, he slept all night, but he just wiggled, and because I'm not used to having little ones around, I didn't sleep well. But let me read a few scriptures and then I'll give you my thoughts. Proverbs 17, I think it's 17:6. Hold on. 17:6 says, your children's children, which are your grandchildren, are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. So they're a crown. No matter how rough the day got, I got to spend it with my two most precious people in the whole wide world to me right now. But let's turn over to Matthew, and we're going to see how special children really were. And this is not, if you're thinking, oh, I don't have children, hang on. I'm going to make this personal for all of us. Matthew 19 says, then little children were brought to Jesus for him to place his hands on them and pray for them. But the disciples rebuked those who brought the children. Jesus said, let the children come to me and do not hinder them. In other words, don't forbid them to come to me. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Let me tell you, we all need to have that childlike faith. That little childlike faith that believes in everything that our parents tell us. The other day, there was a stink bug on the windowsill. And Judah was watching that stink bug, and he was just mesmerized by the stink bug. And he went back and it was gone. And he didn't know where it was. So I was just feeling funny and wanting to pick and play. So I told him that Bubbles ate the stink bug.
In my mouth.
And I told him I had it in my mouth. And it was under my tongue. And when I opened my mouth and lifted my tongue up, that stink bug was going to fly out and nibble him on the nose. Let me tell you, he has checked my mouth for the past 3 or 4 days for that stink bug. In fact, he can't remember what it's called. He don't call it a stink bug. He calls it a poop bug. So he believed that so wholeheartedly that he still checks to make sure there's no bug in my mouth. Now, you guys know I would never put a stink bug in my mouth. And you know that, but his childlike faith, and that's how we need to believe our Father, our Heavenly Father. We just need to trust him and believe him. And he won't ever make up picking stories like I did. He won't. He tells us everything that is true and good and everything for our benefit. Now, I didn't mean to cause harm to Judah. I was just playing and picking with him. But he had that childlike faith, and he believes his Bubbles. And we need to have that belief in our Heavenly Father. We need to believe everything he tells us and just trust him. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. And I want to have that childlike faith, not immature faith, but that childlike faith that believes and trusts wholeheartedly. So that's my prayer for you today, is that you would have that childlike faith. And if you do have children or grandchildren, put the cell phones down, turn off the Farm and Pastor's Wife, and spend a little extra time with them, because they grow up so fast. And it won't be long before my lap will be empty. And I might get a, hey Grandma, hey Bubbles, and a hug around the neck. But it won't be long before this time passes. And enjoy it while you have them. And you go sit in your Heavenly Father's lap and gaze upon him and listen to him tell you true stories. And listen to him tell you truths in your life and speak promises over you. And you trust him and you believe him. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed the pizza, even with the failures involved. But it was kind of a fun day to have with my grandbabies. So, Levi, can you say bye? Say bye. Judah, you say bye. Take your passy out so they can hear you. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Say I love you.
I love you.
Say, and remember, if take your passy out. If the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, y'all.